Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In this podcast, we are going to talk about single life. My teammates are Gabriela and Mario. In this podcast, we are going to be aborting the sub-themes and explain us first, Gabriela.
First, I have to mention a big pro of single life. That is freedom. You can do whatever you want. If you want to date someone, you just do it without any guilt because you are not in a relationship, so you don't belong to anyone.
Well, that's kinda true, but if you want to date with someone that you really like, there is a probability of rejection, and that's going to generate stress. If you are in a relationship, then you don't have to worry about it, or that means no dating stress. The excitement, anticipation, and new feelings can make you crazy stressed out.
But another benefit of being single is all of the free time that you have. You have enough time to care about yourself, to treat yourself, and make plans with your friends. I think that everyone needs to be alone sometimes. I think that sometimes we're not in the mood to be with someone, so that empty time that single people have is amazing.
I don't agree with that, because being comfortable in a relationship means that you already know that person is into you and thinks you're hot. Even when you go out, you don't necessarily feel the need to look your best, since you already land the guy you want.
Okay, but what about the independence that you have when you're single? When you don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, you can follow your dreams a lot easier. You can travel around the world without meeting someone and start a lot of projects because there isn't anyone to stop you.
But that will be better if you do it with someone. He or she is with you for a reason, because you need someone to support your dreams. Imagine building an empire with the person that you love.
But what if that person doesn't have the same dreams? Maybe you love that person, but it doesn't mean that they have the same plans that you have.
Last but not least, to continue the first topic, our team is going to discuss and compare the money that you own when you are single and when you are in a relationship.
It is very good that we are aborting this topic because it is a fact that money is the number one, yes, you heard it right, the number one issue married couples fight about.
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a solution. This problem can be easily solved with dialogue, and some tips that I'm going to give to you are: you may already have a good idea for your general attitude to money. Your attitude to risk and your day-to-day spending habits can help you build a strong foundation for a healthy relationship. Number 2, in the early days, while you're still getting to know each other, try to introduce money talk in more general ways. This conversation can give you an insight into financial capability and help to set the scene for more serious financial discussions later on. And finally, listening is always at the heart of any good relationship. Genuinely listening, so that your partner really feels that their opinions are being heard.
Still, I think that it's important to mention that a recent survey by Magnify Money found that among divorced people, 33% of them said conflicts over money was the reason they got divorced. So that gives you a lot of stress when you're in a relationship.
Thanks, Mario and Gabriela, for letting us know the different points of view of each of you. No doubt, there are different ways of thinking. It's based on being single and taking about freedom. In this one, they were taking into account that you have certain advantages in personal life. But now we will move to the next topic called life quality. In this one, we will be talking about emotions and the way of affection you have is important. Now we will see how my colleagues Maria and Gabriela address this issue, sharing with us the importance and the pros and cons of this topic.
To introduce this next subject, we can say that in life quality, the emotions on a relationship create brain chemicals that change the way we feel.
Jealousy is a very hard part about relationships. If you have a jealous couple, he or she won't let you have a lot of friends because they will feel like you aren't giving enough attention to the relationship. The fact is that a jealous partner will be always trying to control you and be with you all the time, and that's not good for the relationship.
That's true, but not all the relationships are like that. When a person is jealous in their relationship, it means that it doesn't have self-love, so it doesn't trust in the couple. Also, when you're in a good and healthy relationship, you have beautiful emotions that you don't have when you're alone, as well as care and affection.
We have reached the end of this podcast. I got a little tense, nothing out of the ordinary. Compiling the information that was given, we can conclude that each of one takes the decision to decide if he stays single or sticks to a relationship. Our announcers, Gabriel and Maria, surely had tense moments in the productions, but we can discover and see different points of view. We will be happy with one of these. We saw in the same way the types of emotions that are carried during this stage. The love oneself, the affection and care towards you and towards others, and of course the appearance, all affect us and everyone knows how to cope with them. We hope this podcast will help you. See you in the next production of the podcast.